This is Incidentia Brief, and today's one is serious. If this affects you, you'll want to hear it now. On July 14, 2026, Microsoft shipped its largest Patch Tuesday ever. By its own security update guide count, that's 622 unique vulnerabilities. That number is the headline everywhere. It's also a trap. Here's the thing. 620 of those 622 are noise. Not literally harmless, but relative to today's priority, they can wait. Only 2 vulnerabilities. Reset your calendar right now. Both are actively exploited 0 days. Both sit in CISA, Known Exploited Vulnerabilities Catalog, with hard deadlines. If you take one thing from this, it's this. Don't let a record number paralyze your patching. Lead with the 2 that matter. Let's meet them. The first is CVE 2026-56155. It's an elevation of privilege flaw in Active Directory Federation services, rated CVSS 7. 2. The root cause, per the advisory, is insufficient granularity of access control. In plain terms, an attacker can gain more privilege than they should through your federated identity layer. That's your authentication backbone. The second is CVE 2026-56164. This one lives in SharePoint server. It's rated a lower CVSS 5. 3, but don't let the score fool you. It's a missing authentication check on a critical function, and it is being exploited in the wild. A low score on an actively exploited bug still means someone is using it right now. Now, why treat these differently from the other 620? Look at who found them. The ADFS flaw was credited to Jeremy Kingston and Scott Clark of Microsoft's detection and response team. The SharePoint flaw was credited to Jason Frost of Mandiant Incident Response, Zhenwei Jiang of Google Cloud, Flare Otf, and an anonymous researcher. Those are incident responders. That's a signal these were caught in real breaches, not clean lab research. Here's your action clock. CISA added both to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog on July 14. The SharePoint flaw has a due date of July 17. That's 3 days. The ADFS flaw is due July 28. For federal agencies, those are mandates. For everyone else, treat them as the smartest possible priority order. SharePoint first, then ADFS. Now let me be careful here, because the details thin out fast. Microsoft has not disclosed how or when either 0 day was exploited. We don't have confirmed victim counts, attack timelines, or a clean attribution. There are unconfirmed reports. Tenable has speculated about a threat cluster nicknamed Nightmare or Chaotic Eclipse. But that is speculation, not settled fact. Treat any actor naming with real caution. On mitigations, same caution. Microsoft's guidance reportedly suggests the SharePoint flaw can be blunted by enabling AMSI on the server and setting request body scan mode to full. That's a reported workaround, not a substitute for patching. If you can patch. Use mitigations only to buy time. There's also a third 0 day worth a mention. CVE 2026-50661 is a BitLocker security feature bypass, rated CVSS 6. 1. It was publicly disclosed before Patch Tuesday, but it is not being exploited. It also requires physical access to the machine, so it's known, not urgent. File it below the other 2. Now let's deal with that number, because you'll see it quoted 3 different ways. Microsoft's Security Update Guide says 622. The 0 day initiative counted independently and landed on 621. Bleeping Computer and Forbes report 570. That is not a contradiction. It's a methodology difference. Here's why. The lower count of 570 only includes Microsoft-authored, same-day fixes. It excludes separately patched components, Mariner, Azure, Copilot, and Edge. In fact, 468 Edge and Chromium flaws were fixed by Google this month and left out of the Patch Tuesday roundup entirely. Same event, different counting rules, so don't get lost in whose number is right. And within all of it, 59 vulnerabilities are rated critical. That breaks down to 48 remote code execution flaws, 9 elevation of privilege, 1 security bypass, and 1 spoofing. A couple sit near the top of the scale. Reports point to a VM switch flaw around CVSS 9, and a SharePoint flaw around 9. 8, though those severity details should be treated as preliminary. So why is this month suddenly triple the size? Because volume is the new normal. Windows Executive VP Pavan Davuluri says AI is now speeding up vulnerability discovery through a multi-model agentic scanning harness called M-. In a July 9 post, Microsoft told customers to expect higher volumes as AI uncovers more issues. M- alone reportedly surfaced 16 bugs in May. For scale, June's update patched around 200 flaws, itself said to have broken a prior record near 170. This is the real story under the headline. When AI finds bugs at machine speed, record months stop being events and start being routine, which means triage discipline is the skill that matters now, not chasing every CVE, but knowing which to reset your week. One last operational gotcha, because it hides in the noise. This July update begins enforcing the move away from legacy RC4 encryption for Kerberos, tied to CVE 2026-20833. If you have old systems or services still leaning on RC4, this enforcement can break authentication. Tested, admins focused on the 0 days may miss it entirely. So here's the takeaway. The number 622 is designed to overwhelm you. Ignore the pressure. Patch SharePoint's CVE 2026-56164 by July 17. Patch ADFS's CVE 2026-56155 by July 28. Watch your Kerberos enforcement, then work the rest on your normal cycle. Volume is loud. Triage is quiet. Do the quiet thing. I'm IncidentiaBrief, stay sharp, and I'll see you on the next one.